I'll take Regional School District, Facilities and Finance Committee will begin to pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Minutes. All right, let's go ahead and, do we have any action on the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting.
Standing, I will second.
Favor?
100%. All right, unanimous. Great. New business. I'm going to turn this over to you, Mr. Malolo.
Yeah, it's not really new business, but Tom and I have been in some email communication with the Seacoast Learning Collaborative, SLC, down in Newton, and their lease is up June 30th, which they're interested in renewing. And Tom and I are going to engage in that because, yeah, it's been a good tenant, so we're going to start that process with them in January, and we can update your January meeting.
Okay.
Their lease has a built-in 5-year re-up option, so we're just gonna work through that, and if we have questions, we'll reach out to the finance committee.
Okay.
Yeah, like we would consider you to be I would like to know, do you want to be the liaisons, because we should have one.
Yeah, I think that, just one of the questions I had was there's a concern about parking lot,
Sure.
right?
Okay.
I don't know what's in their lease today,
Mhm.
but if we're going to renegotiate something, that should probably be addressed.
Yes, if, I have to look at the clauses in the leases for what gets
Yep.
reopened if they re-up. It is pretty tightly negotiated already, but I'll take a look.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So between that and just rates moving forward, you know what I mean? Yeah.
The other point now, every year, the monthly rental release goes up by a percentage. I forget what it is, but we can update you.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not, well, just to be clear, you'll know a lot more at the January 22nd meeting of this group.
Yep.
And we just wanted you to know that we're working.
Fantastic.
And then if you have ideas or concerns or questions, you can email them to Matt.
Okay.
And, oh, I'm sorry, I've got to take this.
And
one.
when does this get, need to be signed?
I mean, well, the lease ends June 30th.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
That's all I need to know.
Yeah,
Plenty of time.
Yep,
so
plenty of time.
plenty of time.
I want to know if we're back up
And I
against it
know,
or if we've been.
right, and I know they've expressed they're happy with the location. They want to remain in location, so
Yeah.
I think it should be.
And they've been fantastic. So,
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
been. They pay on time, and I mean, as far as I know, they've been good tenants.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to work with them. I just,
Great.
yeah, I do like that. We're gonna have to, the parking lot's gonna have to be addressed.
Okay. That's that.
Okay, the trees. So Dan got a third quote
I saw
from
that.
Royal Green.
Yep.
All three companies are taking them, have quotes for the 3 dying or dead white pines, the oak, the one of the oaks near the playground, a dead oak and a dead hickory. But then Wilders and Seacoast also have quotes for removing the additional 6 white pines that are along the playground that, due to their location, their age, their maybe inability to be structurally sound if they're not in the forest, then those have been included in their quotes. But
So those are included in that number.
yes,
Because I didn't see it there.
Yeah, right here.
6 are, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Right there. Okay.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, Royal Green doesn't include the 6. So
Yeah.
Royal Green 6,500, Wilders is 7,000, but includes 6 additional white pine.
Okay.
And Seacoast came in at 11,600.
Okay.
At the bottom of the document, is our recommendation. Dan and I, we really recommend taking out all 9 just because of their location. We know that white pines don't live forever. They are prone to snapping in the wind. They could snap with, heavy wet snow. And I just think it's just removing something that's gonna be a problem, whether it's, next year, 5 years, sometime in the near future. Dan, you can chime
And they're
in.
there. They're
Yeah,
on
and
site. They're there.
the other reason why I favor taking them all down is because the 3 that are standing there now they have a disease in them.
Yeah.
And the gentleman from Royal Green, fantastic. I mean, he came out and did a full thing. He's like, I don't take trees to take them down, but he says those 3 that are standing are dying
Yeah.
is because of some infection. He's like, this infection could be in the existing trees that are there now, the other ones we want to take down.
Mm.
So he's like, we're taking down the ones that are diseased, but
Yeah.
we don't know if it exists in the other trees because it could have got them in the last year or 2.
And I think it's important to say that we're taking down trees in the interest of safety for the students and the facilities, right? So,
Yeah.
like,
So
Yeah.
I'm kind of in favor of just taking them all down for the 7.
And there's an entire forest immediately behind them, so it's not
Yeah.
like.
Oh, yeah, and there's
Yeah,
hardwoods
yeah.
in there. There's some
Yeah.
beautiful hardwoods in
Yeah.
there, so.
Yeah, I went over there and looked as well. I'd be fully in favor of the recommendation, which is wildest tree surface.
And we do have, there's money left in the maintenance line. I know the facilities lines are running dry, but there's money in the budget for that.
And that's small money for a potential safety issue, especially as we come into winter.
Oh,
So how soon can it go? Can we make it out
You
there?
know, I'm gonna call him tomorrow. I think he's ready to do it, quite honestly.
Great.
So I'm hoping we can squeeze it in over winter break.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, so I'll talk to him tomorrow morning now that we know we're gonna go with him and see if he can do that.
Okay.
He was saying it's only a day job, so worst case scenario, we keep the kids off the playground for a day, like they do in inclement weather anyways.
Yeah.
The only thing that would worry me is the detached mods, the cottage is what they
Yeah.
call it, having that occupied during the school day,
Yeah.
if we were to take them down.
Let's ask him if he
Yeah.
can do it while we're out.
Yeah, so if he can, I'm hoping he can, that would be awesome.
If not, then we can do a February break maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think you
want
want to do it when kids are there.
No, I definitely don't want to do, well, yeah, I want to avoid that
Yeah.
because they'll be bringing
Yeah.
tractor trailers.
Yeah,
and
it'll be a
everything
distraction.
Or even if they came on a Saturday. You know
else,
what
Which I'm sure he would.
I mean? Lots of tree guys work on Saturdays. Great.
So I'll talk to him tomorrow.
Well, thanks for doing that. Thanks for getting us the additional quote.
Yeah, no worries.
For 3. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, all three of them were very professional in their
Yeah.
quotes. I did like Royal Green. I know one of you guys suggested calling out to him. I think it was Micah.
Yeah, Mike.
And like I said, the guy was very professional. They were good. So I would have no issues with calling these guys back again in the future and say, hey, got another job.
Yeah, good. Sure, no, it's good to have options to build relationships.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Excellent. Well, we'll take care of that. Update you in January. And that's really the bulk of it. I just as an energy audit update, pretty much immediately after our December 4th meeting, that RFQ went out and we've had a number of companies that have requested, more information. They're gonna provide us with, with a response to the RFQ. So, and that deadline is December 31st. I think we're gonna have multiple, companies to look at, so.
Had a couple acquired for tours of the building too, so they can kind of get eyes on it. So over the Christmas break, I'll be doing some tours for some contractors that are interested.
Okay. All right. Good. Ready to present that at the next meeting or not quite yet, you think?
Well, if we get all the requests in, I think
Yeah.
we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, we'll look at it right on from first couple days of January.
Out of respect to the people, it's at the 18th, right? And you're gonna do tours over the break?
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be hard to be able to get you the response by the 31st. So you may want to extend it a couple weeks to be fair to everybody.
I think they could do it, quite
Yeah.
honestly,
Right.
because a lot of it is just, what type of fixtures we have and
Yeah.
Okay.
how far we want to go into this. Because one of the main things that, especially with the lighting here, is I want to maintain the existing lighting. So a lot of it's going to be retrofit.
I wouldn't want somebody to not respond because they didn't have enough time.
Right.
Right. That's when it gives me a response.
Okay, plan.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. And then, the capital improvement plan is out of draft form, as we know from the last meeting, the board voted it, so that's good. And, Dan and I are starting to, I'm working on the, end of year, budget balance, just so we have a sense of, end of year surplus and if we're gonna have monies, for some of those capital improvement projects, but, it's a little early to have an accurate forecast of what the end of the year looks like, but it looks comparable to last year. So it's good at this point, because I have math numbers from last year, so, month by month, so we're, and we have all the known expenditures in there, plus some other things that, could pop up. So I think, hopefully come whatever time, late winter, early spring, if we know we're gonna have a surplus, then we can knock off some of the things in the CIP plan with surplus, but we don't know yet. 'Cause
Okay.
That's a few months away and
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot can happen.
Yeah.
In the short future too, what I'm gonna also do is, I'm gonna start getting everything together as far as our vehicles go within the school district. Because we really need to start planning purchasing or replacing vehicles in the next probably 2 years. So I'm gonna gather information as far as, how many hours the mileage is on them, and then put a plan together as far as what we're gonna do in another couple of years here as far as replacing vehicles.
Mhm.
So I don't want it to be a surprise to anybody when we say, hey, this thing is miled out, we need a vehicle now. Everybody will know what the mile is on the vehicle and where we're at as far as their maintenance and everything goes. Just so we can kind of plan for that, because
Sure.
that is a big expense that we have to look at, so.
And I think I can actually speak for Rick and I both on this one. I think we should do something very similar to what we do for life cycle of computers and all the other stuff, right?
Oh,
Vehicles
absolutely.
We know
I think you can just add it. I think you can add that to
to the same
the
document.
same platform, I think.
Yeah.
You should be able to, check with Gordon, but I think you can.
Right.
Because it's not a secret how long those vehicles are typically good for before they start really going to crap and needing
Yeah.
more than your normal maintenance.
Yeah, like one of the things I'm doing is
Lifecycle.
kind of looking at, wheeled loaders and stuff to replace our John Deere tractor. The John Deere tractor's 20 years old.
Sure.
It's got a lot of hard hours on it.
Sure.
So my hope is that we do fine through this winter and possibly the fall of 2026, maybe
Yeah.
making a purchase or something there as far as replacing our John Deere.
And how has that new machine been working?
Oh my God, these guys are just nuts over it.
They won't let me play with it, and I
Yeah.
want to play with it. It is
Yeah.
really cool.
I mean,
You
it's,
seen it?
I haven't seen it. I'd like to actually see it in
Yeah,
action. At some point.
yeah.
yeah, it's in the back.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just had the winter cap put on it last week,
Okay.
so it's all winterized and everything now, but,
Great.
I'll tell you what, we were kind of wondering, is this the right vehicle to buy for them? But with all the attachments and everything,
Right.
Wayne now, has used that pretty extensively, and he's like, this thing is awesome. He's like, I
I
don't know
saw
why
him on
we,
back, I talked.
he's
he
like,
said
I
the
don't know
same
why
thing,
we
yeah.
didn't do this a decade ago.
Yeah.
And I ran into the maintenance guy over at Phillips or at Exeter Hospital.
Mhm.
And they were driving Ventracs around like, hey, how do you like your Ventrac? And he's like, oh, we couldn't function without this thing.
Yeah.
They really are a good versatile tool for
Yeah.
campuses and things like that. So it's a purchase that was definitely well planned out
Glad it
and
worked out.
needed. Yeah. So,
I have one low hanging fruit that I would love to see us take a look at, and maybe just a question for you. So we look at the image of our building, the image of our school, of our district, and in a lot of cases it's awesome, right? I mean, how we take care of our grounds, it looks good, it looks professional, it looks like we care, right?
Mhm.
Those flags that are on the lights and the poles as you walk up and as they go around the building.
Yeah.
They can't be that expensive.
We
They
just
are-
got a new statue.
Oh, yes, great.
So those are supposed to be going up hopefully over Christmas break here.
Wonderful. I love it. And how about the flag in the front? Same thing.
The American flag?
The American flag looks good. State flag looks good. The Sanborn flag looks like a white flag hanging from the pole.
Okay, I'll get with that on that. We have a couple on the
Okay.
shelf back there, and if
Yeah.
we need more, we have, the flag company up in, north of Exeter there, provides our flags, so we can get.
It's low hanging fruit, but it's
Yeah, no.
you drive up,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's the
Yeah,
first
no,
thing
no.
people see. You know what I mean?
First impressions.
Right.
That's the first thing I'm gonna look at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Great.
I will have
Awesome.
that work done.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Dan. Great. I have nothing else.
That's it, yeah, that's,
No, I wasn't on flag patrol this week. So.
Okay. Yeah, I had.
okay, well, that's it.
Great.
We can have 5 minutes
All right.
till the school board.
Yeah.
All right. 6:25, meeting adjourned.